Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City, and today I will be unboxing some 1991 WCW trading cards. I was a young boy, and in Canada, we really wouldn't get all the WCW information and programming. It would be filtered through sparsely and much later, so it always kind of confused me. But then I would go to the States, and my grandmother would say, there's wrestling, likes wrestling, let's get him these cards. And then I would have the cards, and I'd be like, who are these people? Well, I will wonder no longer. We are gonna find out right now. Let's start with this one here. Is Sid back when he was vicious? Oh, look at the gloss on this thing, huh? Isn't that what is this? Has this been explained at all? What he's doing here? A little Frankenstein-y? Can you see that? There we go. A little Frankenstein-y type thing. He's getting maybe a shower. They're strapping him down for a cleaning. I'm not quite sure. But nevertheless, do they even explain it on the back? Towering above most of his opponents, Sid Vicious, the newest member of the Four Horsemen, don't forget that, is an intimidating force, a 6'9" mountain of muscle. Although, mountain would denote that he's just wider feet and then a pointy head. Vicious punishes his foes with a savagery that is unmatched in wrestling today. That was true. As a member of the elite group, the Four Horsemen, which we already mentioned, Vicious has all the necessary tools to continue his reign of terror in World Championship Wrestling, bracket WCW. 6'9", 316. He's from Memphis, which I always forget. And why didn't he ever sing? Toughest opponent, he claims, is Lex Luger. Greatest achievement, becoming a member of the Four Horsemen. His motto is Sid Vicious rules the world. So even then, he was ruling the world. However, zero explanation on what. Did I miss? Did they do a little cross-promotion with the Robert De Niro Frankenstein movie? No one has been able to tell me. Oh, look at this fella. Huh? Look at this plucky youngster. Can we get a good look? Yes, we can. It says Paul E. with mouth open, which is hilarious because there's other cards in here where the wrestlers have their mouths open and the caption does not say that their mouth is open. So this caption is really just for Paul, which is, here's him on the phone being, surly. I don't like what I'm hearing. That's fun. Really big, pioneering phone guy. There's a long bio on the back, so they don't list his height or weight. How did Paul Heyman, the, quote, nice Jewish boy from Scarsdale, become Paul E. Dangerously? I love how they put his real last name first, and they're like, he changed his name. Notorious psycho yuppie, we're getting political now, co-host of WCW's syndicated show, WCW Pro Wrestling, that was the name of the show, catchy, airing on WPIX, and host of the popular segment, The Danger Zone. It wasn't easy. The Edgemont High School class of 83 graduate has beaten a circuitous and twisted path to become king of the professional wrestling mountain. I have a feeling he knew these people and wrote this bio himself. His resume is a combination rap sheet and news release. He was banned from WARY-FM during a short and tumultuous stint at Westchester Community College. He ran the photography and PR departments for Studio 54 during the club's infamous heyday. I actually looked that up. It wasn't during the heyday. It was after the heyday. It was still popular, but, and I will split hairs here, was not the heyday. He had a fist fight with the Guardian Angels co-founder Lisa Silwa, the winner of which remains a mystery. I never heard about that before, and I would love to see if there's any footage. And he was kicked off TBS for making controversial statements, but was rehired for the specific purpose of being controversial. Well, that's real branding. Controversy is just like, I'm not too sure about that. You know, that's really controversy. I don't know, you don't necessarily need to offend someone. You just have to say, gray suits are the best. And then someone will go, I'm not too sure about that. And then they'll call you controversial. Quite a career for a 25-year-old New York homeboy. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Well, there he is, 25 years old, plucky youngster, saying, hey, That was Studio 54's heyday. I promise you. All right, next one here. With his mouth open. In case you were... Oh, speaking of mouth open. El Gigante here with his mouth open, but they don't say that. Look at how long it's like his knees, the muscles in his leg were so big that they obscured his knees, and the person designing his knee pads didn't know where his knees were. So he's like, let's just make these really, really long. His knees gotta be somewhere in that range. Aw, this is a back with that sweet little headband. Look at how happy he is. This is adorable. El Gigante. Also, in English, they put it in quotes, the giant. The world's largest and tallest. He can't be the world's largest. That makes no sense. Tallest, yes, but... El Gigante, the giant in Spanish, has arrived in the U.S. and is ready for bone-crunching action. I guess a precursor, a pioneer of the Jack's action figure tagline. The former Argentine basketball player strikes fear into his opponents the second he steps over the rope. You know how frightened people are of basketball players. As he continues his surge for a championship, El Gigante stands head and shoulders above the competition. Also a pioneer in the shampoo industry. 7'7", which is just egregious. And 435, which is kind of disproportionate. Hometown Argentina, favorite hold, the claw hold. But where we're like, your stomach or your head? You never know, maybe both. Toughest opponent, Ric Flair. Greatest achievement, coming to America and entering WCW. But they asked you for your greatest, meaning pick one, and he couldn't. He sat there for a while and he said, I do not know. I must pick both. I hope that's okay. And they said, okay, but we're not going to put an S on the end of achievements. All right, next is another El Gigante. Exact same bio, so we can skip it. But look at this. The ref, isn't this a fun gag? The ref had to get up on the second rope to raise his hand because he's very tall. I don't know if you guys know that. And this a delightful color pink. At first I thought that outfit was silly, but now I look back and I go, that was fun, and he made the right choice in that regard. Speaking of outfits, this card is captioned "The Courage of a Champion," and it is Sting with a broken leg and some hot pants. Look at these shorts and a sweatshirt. Sting could not decide what the weather was going to be like. That one leg is just out in the open and ready to play. And the sunglasses. Sting, this must have been in Colorado or something where the weather changes all the time. So you got to be ready for anything. Probably had a scarf in his bag too. The Stinger, coming to professional wrestling with a vengeance. Wouldn't you return with a vengeance? Why would you just show up? Sting has an unparalleled impact on the wrestling world. The Venice Beach natives weightlifting program spurred his interest in professional wrestling and prepared him well to endure the nightly rigors of the sports. A naturally talented athlete, Sting excelled in basketball. I like to see him play against El Gigante, football, and track in high school, and continues to perfect his surfing abilities. Not quite there on the surfing. Basketball, perfect. Track and field, perfect. Football, surfing, I gotta keep trying. Sting possesses a potent grip when he wrestles, creating a fearful look in the eyes of his opponents with his youth and powerful deadly holds. Remember that time he killed a guy? The Stinger currently holds the World Heavyweight title. 6'3", 262 from Venice Beach. Favorite hold, Scorpion Deathlock, Stinger Splash. Greatest achievement, winning the World Heavyweight Champion. Motto, we're having fun now. Real Dave Letterman. My, oh my. We are having some fun now. And then Sting used to take his crutch and throw it behind him, and it used to make that glass breaking sound that we all remember. That was some real... Sting was a pioneer of alternative comedy and wrestling. Hey, there's this guy. Lady. Even in my good friend who refuses to take public transportation, Ric Flair, and the caption is, what did you say? And there's flying Brian Pillman blocking the shot. They couldn't tell him to move. The cameraman couldn't have come around, and they thought, no, this is good enough to put on a card. That's fine. Ric Flair is a legend in his own time, and basically any other time. He's held on to that legendary status for over a decade due to his flamboyant style, in and out of The Ring voted Wrestler of the Year by PWI, not familiar, 3 years in a row. Flair has proven his prowess. Ooh, we're getting eloquent here as a wrestler more than once. In addition to vanquishing Ricky Steamboat, he banished him. He has pinned such ominous opponents as Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes to win the coveted World Championship crown, which is, of course, a belt, and does not go on your head. Flair had gained notoriety as a lady killer. It's a lady. Cult figure and dynamic. I don't know if he's a cult figure. It's not like he's Rocky Horror Picture Show. He's a little more, well, whatever. He has earned the respect of every wrestler in the business. Not to mention his legion of fans. Just one legion. It's just one legion hall where the vets gather and talk about Ric Flair, who relish his every move. 6'1", 245, Charlotte, favorite holds, flying knee drop, figure four leg drop, 7-time world champion. Motto, I'm the latest and the greatest, which I've never heard him say. And underneath motto, they put a powerful member of the Four Horsemen, which is not something he said, nor is it in quotes. However, they wanted to really get that in. Last card, and it is a fucking doozy. The Z-Man, Tom Zink. Who likes the last letter of the alphabet? This guy. Look at him. Happy. Look at him. He was a good-looking fella. Great body. And who doesn't love the letter Z? Although, when he went to Canada, they would call him Z-Man. That really messed up the branding. Sporting one of the best physiques in pro wrestling today, Z-Man Tom Zink has made his mark in world... His finishing move be called the Zink Deficiency. A former Mr. Minnesota, dubious distinction, the Z-Man uses his tremendous strength and agility to unleash devastating drop kicks and a sleeper hold that few opponents can escape. Really exciting drop kick, and then they bring it down with a sleeper hold. 6'2", 250, Minnetonka, Minnesota, favorite holds, drop kick and sleeper. Winning the U.S. Tag Team belt is his greatest achievement, and his motto is stay single. Can you see it? It says stay single. Oh my God. This motherfucker is out here giving relationship advice, trying to get the swingers of the world to stay lubricated on the back of a 1991 WCW trading card. And that is why Tom Zink is my favorite wrestler.